Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 1985 Kennedy half dollars, including one that I just got online, that I purchased online, a Proof 69 Deep Cameo. And look at that. It's been graded by PCGS, of course, and it has, if we flip it over to the back, you can see it has all the seal and the codes and everything on it. And we're going to talk about that and talk about why it's not so valuable and how I was able to get it so cheaply and how you probably could too. But they produced the Kennedy halves in 1985 at 3 different mints. The Denver Mint, which you see right here, and you can tell it's a Denver Mint because it has a D on the bottom. And at the Denver Mint in 1985, they made 19.8 million of these. So this was back when they were still putting them out for circulating coins. These days, the Kennedy half dollar has to be purchased through the mint, and they don't send them out to banks. In 1985, they still sent them to banks, and they sent 19.8 million. And one of the coins they sent out was an MS-68, and it was worth about $5,000. A little bit better shaped than this. If we look way down in here, we see there's a G and an R for Gilroy Roberts, the engraver of this coin. It says Liberty around the top, and whenever you look at the Kennedy halves, you can see how the hair of his head kind of gets in the way of the Liberty. That's kind of an old style thing that you'll find on some of the other coins too. When you have Lady Liberty, frequently, you know, her hair or her cap or whatever will get in the way of the word. In God we trust here, in God in front of Kennedy, we trust under the truncation of his neck, and then of course the D down here in the 1985. This is a copper nickel clad copper coin. In 1985, they didn't have the silver versions. Around the top on the back it says United States of America. There are 50 stars that go through here, half dollar here, way underneath the eagle's left leg. It says there's two initials there, a F and a G for Frank Casparo. He's holding olive branch on this side, arrows on this side. You got 4 stars next to his head, 9 above the ribbon or the banner. That's the original 13 colonies. And it says E Pluribus Unum on the banner. And you can see that we don't have much definition in the head of this eagle at all. That's one of the first places to wear the head in the shield. And you can see the shield is kind of scratchy also. But if you can get this at an MS-68, you're talking about $5,000. They also made them at the Philadelphia Mint, and that would the only difference would be the P right here. Everything else would be the same. This one's a little worn. You can see how probably got some machine wear. It's probably used for washing machines or maybe even in slot machines, which used to take these back in the old days. So the P there for Philadelphia, they made 18.7 million. They found 4 MS-67 pluses of this, and those are worth about $2,600 each. The last mint that they made them at is the San Francisco Mint, where they made this coin in 1985, and this is just a spectacular coin. You can see everything on it. You can see that it has the proof finish, so it's really shiny here, and then it's buffed. It had finished at a different type on the head, so that's the deep cameo part, how the head just pops off. And you can, if you look at the letters, you see they pop off a little bit, but they don't have the same kind of shining on them. And we get to the back, we just see how incredibly detailed. Look at that shield. Look at that eagle's head. If you're looking for what the eagle's head should look like, that's what it should look like. It should have an eye. It should have pieces of the ribbon coming, the banner coming out of the eagle's mouth down here. It should have the beak. Just a sweet, sweet, sweet coin here. The feathers here on either side, feathers on the neck. I bought it for $7. You could probably buy one for $7 to $10 also, because of the 3.3 million that they made at the San Francisco Mint, about 2.8 million of those are at MS-65 or higher. Over 1,000 Proof 70 decams. There's more than 10,000 of these out there, so they just don't go for a high premium. If you look at these, you'll see that the auction record on these is $575, but that was in 2003. So what happens is in 2003, they didn't have any Proof 70, so the first one that came up, Proof 70 decam, was sold for a lot of money. But then people started turning them in, and they are all over the place now. So The San Francisco Mint did a great job on the half dollars in 1985, and that's why there's so many good ones out there, but it also drives the price way down. So if you're trying to collect the 1985, I'd say look for the P's and look for the D's, because that's where almost all the money's going to be in the 1985 half dollars. All right, well, thanks for watching DC Coin Roll International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.